...86 kilos, we head down to 65. It's the 8th finals, about 440. Wrestling in the red singlet from Moldova, Maxim SACULTAN. And in the blue singlet, Jin Kim Kwang from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Now, if you're talking about a guy who's always been in the medal matches, SACULTAN is one of these guys, constantly been consistent at 65 kilos. Always been there or thereabouts. Always so close to qualifying for these games. Usually meets someone like Haji Aliyev in the semi-finals and loses out on that one, but he's got a few medals to his name.
And if I'm not mistaken, you've competed against him on several occasions?
SACULTAN, not only one time, but not internationally. That was in the German Bundesliga one time. Long time ago.
And the winner of this match will take on Islam Dudayev, the reigning European champion from Albania, who just won over on Mat A. That'll be 65 kilo quarterfinals, but until then, get back to action near the first minute gone. Referee's telling Kim he needs to get things moving here.
Yeah, needs to start upping the tempo a little bit. I mean, it is early in the match, but you can't be compliant and just wait it out. SACULTAN very defensively strong as a wrestler, you know. You see positions sometimes when people getting on his legs and you think, oh, they're definitely going to score here, and then the next minute, SACULTAN pulls something out the bag and he scores points, rather a 2 or a 4.
Maxim SACULTAN, 28 years old. You mentioned still looking for that elusive Olympic Games appearance. 2021 was European bronze medalist. Going back to 2019, he had some age group success. U23, senior world bronze medalist. U23, senior world bronze medalist again in 18, so back-to-back years, 18 and 19. U23, world bronze medalist. Gets the point on the board now. Kim just not scoring any points in that activity time, so giving the point. Nice counter-attack attempt there from SACULTAN. Kim with the double SACULTAN, good sprawl and then exploding from his knees onto that double. Just didn't get close enough to finish the shot. I'd say standing room only in this arena right now. Pretty impressive. And people just keep flooding in.
Yeah, it's getting busier and busier as the time goes on. And talking about time, that first round is over with now between these two.
Not much to say about that opening period.
No, not much really happened, but if you watch SACULTAN, this is typical from his performances. First round always takes his time a little, relax, kind of gauges what's going on, and in the second round you kind of see the adjustments. I mean, when you're so defensively sound like this guy, you can really afford to take your time, go on the back foot a little and let your opponent come. Heavy snap there from SACULTAN. Just Kim leaning in, bang, snaps the head.
Now SACULTAN hit with inactivity. Gonna warn him, let him know he has to get some sort of offense going, or he's gonna get put on that 30-second clock. A double underhook attempt, but Kim finding his head right in the center of the chest of SACULTAN. Heavy snaps, those hands are heavy.
Well, that's what he does really well. He doesn't really attack off it. He just kind of uses it to just clobber the opponent a little, get him stepping, get him a little bit more tired. I mean, SACULTAN is going to go on the shot clock now, so Kim's going to have a chance to get a point back if SACULTAN does not score in that 30-second period.
So SACULTAN on the clock, 20 ticks left. If he does not score, Kim will take the lead on criteria, and now a beautiful 4-point for SACULTAN. Unfortunate, he's gonna give up the 4, but also he's gonna give up, he scores with 1 second left on that inactivity clock. But Kim will have criteria if SACULTAN picks up another takedown to add to his inactivity point and reversal point. 4-2 is the lead for Kim.
He just caught SACULTAN on his heels, didn't he? And as he just stood up there, SACULTAN tried to reach over for the body lock, and Kim just snatched the legs from underneath him, dropped him onto his back for the exposure for 4 points, and almost got that leg lace turn as well, but SACULTAN just managed to pop out, go behind for the escape, get the 1, which in turn does kill the shot clock. So
beautifully timed too for Kim. SACULTAN, that's a rare case of a wrestler not understanding where his hips are. He's gonna go 4 again. So Kim with back-to-back 4s after trailing 1-0, now leads 8-2 with 50 seconds left.
Nice duck under on that left side. You can see he just pops the elbow up, and as SACULTAN turns to defend, tries and squares him again. He's already close to him, locks his hands around that body, goes right knee behind the left knee of SACULTAN and brings him down on the edge of the mat. And I mean, with 40 seconds left now, with 6 points difference, it's going to be very difficult for SACULTAN to try and pull this back. Kim standing nice and low, knees bent, hands in front.
And this is the toughest part about being a defensive wrestler.
Yeah, if you're used to always scoring when people attack you now, and the moment comes, look, Kim not letting up at all. Takes him down, gets the 4, but SACULTAN will get 2, but it won't be enough. No points on the edge there.
We're gonna see how they're gonna score this. No points awarded yet. So now they put, let's see this, beautiful.
Well, this is the position where he is ever so good, and when people do have his legs, he's good at reaching over, good at throwing over. They did give 4 points to SACULTAN though, but then after that they give 2 to Kim. The Moldovan corner saying to the referee, listen, this is 4 for SACULTAN, not a 2 for Kim.
I think it's worth taking a look at, because it was Kim's initial shot. But did SACULTAN stop him enough and change direction? Let's see. Oh, this is... Talk to me, George.
I mean, he shoots in, he's got that double, he is posturing up, but then SACULTAN does take the throw, but goes on his own back at the same time. So I think the 4-2, in my opinion, is correct. 4 for SACULTAN, 2 for Kim.
But then let's continue this, because this, another...
Yeah, there was no exposure there from Kim. Landed on his stomach. SACULTAN landed on the outskirts of the mat. So the referee, with the right call, they're giving no points at the end.
Could you give an additional 1 point to SACULTAN?
I don't know, really, because it looks like SACULTAN was first off the mat. So it depends. There wasn't a step out, so...
And explanation by rules. Here, blue is attacking wrestler, and he hold the leg, and red going first directly in danger position, 2 shoulders down, and after counter-attack. So advantage for attacking wrestler, control the legs and go in danger position, red. So hold the legs, 4 points blue, 2 points red, and after outside is in parterre position, and no points, no danger position, and challenge 1, 4 blue, 2 red.
So this challenge has just worked against SACULTAN there. His coaches have challenged it thinking he deserves more points in that exchange. Instead it goes the other way. Kim gets 4 instead of SACULTAN getting 4, and SACULTAN will only take 2 points there.
So the reasoning behind the call is they said SACULTAN 2 shoulders touched off an offensive move from the blue wrestlers, giving Kim the 4 points.
Yeah, they're saying SACULTAN started the attack. Kim started the attack, shot in on that double leg, had the hands locked as SACULTAN landed on his back, which means you are in the controlling wrestler. Points are awarded to the aggressive, to the attacking wrestler in those situations, so we'll get the 4.
So it'll be Kim wrestling DIACON. That'll be about 391 quarterfinal match at 65 kilos. Coming up next, we'll stick with 65 kilos.
The winner of MDA, Next contest of match B, woman under 62 kilos, professional in red, Ahmed, representing France in blue, Joanna Rainbow, representing Sven. Next contest on Maxim. the winner of match B, from Sweden, Joanna Lindborg. Next contest from match B, freestyle in the 6 kilo category, in red, representing Turkey, Osman Göçer. In blue, representing Kyrgyzstan, Natalia Isabel. Hanımefendiler, beyefendiler, beyefendiler. Sıradaki karşılaşma serbestliğin 86 kilogram kategorisinde olacak. Hanımlar, beyler, kırmızı mayodan Türkiye'den Osman Göçer! Mavi mayodan Kırgızistan'dan Natalia Isabel. Next contest for the weight freestyle 74 kilos category. In red, Vasile, representing Kazakhstan. In blue, Turkiye, representing Kazakhstan. The next competitor, 65 kilos silverweight, representing Sierra Leone, Saeed Cardinal. His opponent, representing Switzerland, Nino Duvet.
Kilos, Spain and Moldova. Taimuraz, FRIEV, Georgy, RUBAEV, Moldova. BATAEV and FRIEV at 86 kilos. Good to see a healthy Taimuraz, FRIEV. Long-time wrestler. He has been around a while, competing in several of these big tournaments throughout his years. Wonderful 15-year career, just turned 37 a couple of months ago.
The next year on the 86 kilos silverweight, representing Spain, Taimuraz, FRIEV, his opponent.
World bronze medalist from back earlier in his career. That was back in 2018. This is the 9th year that he has represented wrestling for Spain. Stoppage, not quite a minute in, and the first warning given to FRIEV. Verbal warning in freestyle. Next time he will go up onto the activity clock. So great to have you with us wherever you might be tuning in across the globe. We are midday locally in Istanbul.
We've talked a lot so far today about the age ranges of athletes that are competing here. We have athletes as young as 19, and we have 37-year-old FRIEV on the mat. And so it's great to see the professionalization and sophistication of training techniques when we see athletes being able to compete at such a high level at a young age, but also being able to extend their careers and still maintain a world-class level at a more mature age. I think that's due to, improved techniques of strength training and recovery, great training programs, of course, great coaches, and an integrated support team. FRIEV here, ending that first activity period, and we see the 1 point being awarded to RUBAEV. Both of these athletes have really not opened up at all, and we're just feeling each other out so far in this match. There's so many small technical hand fighting actions that are taking place here that it's like the unspoken words, and we don't see the big takedowns just yet, but there's so much small work, hard work that's being done in this opening 2 minutes and 30 seconds of this match. Change of pace attack here from FRIEV. And here is the first verbal warning against RUBAEV.
RUBAEV with the passivity point. That's been it. 1-0 lead on Taimuraz FRIEV looking to qualify for the Olympics for the second time in his career. He was an Olympic wrestler at 74 kilos back in the 2016 Summer Olympics. Lost in the second round recently in Baku at the Olympic qualifier in Europe. So here he is in the last chance. And oftentimes for these athletes, when they come up short in those continental qualifiers, whatever region of the world that might be in this case for FRIEV, it was Europe, you have that quick turnaround to physically heal up, mentally heal up, and then put all your eggs in this one basket with the trip to Istanbul.
It's such a long route, this Olympic qualifying period, as these athletes prepare to qualify and then, hopefully compete.
Shake of the hands, and we're underway. Period number 2. RUBAEV up 1-0. Expect FRIEV to come out here guns blazing, but it's RUBAEV who comes in on that low single. Now the body position there, looking to thrust up and over FRIEV for a second time repositions. Meanwhile, RUBAEV continues to work his way up that leg, digging in even harder off that initial shot.
You can see him working his way, his head right at the hip pocket. He's able to build his position up, and he gets the takedown in a dangerous gut wrench position here against FRIEV.
Good work there by RUBAEV to start this second period. Gets the first takedown of the match. See him looking for inside position off that tie, right hand collar tie as well. FRIEV clears it away.
Solid technical adjustment here as FRIEV's changing his approach. He's looking for that left side underhook. RUBAEV is trying to close that door, keeping his elbow down. And another verbal warning. We know that FRIEV is looking for that right side attack, whether that's head on the outside or inside. And RUBAEV is just doing such a great job with that heavy right hand on the head of FRIEV.
FRIEV just hasn't seen anything to his liking yet to take that really true committed shot. Doesn't help when he gets his head caught underneath, and now RUBAEV will increase that torque. Tripoding underneath that is FRIEV. A thrust near the orange passivity zone area. RUBAEV trying to get maybe a step out, but FRIEV not budging an inch. We go back to the center with 39 seconds. Counter shot there by RUBAEV. The two wrestlers disengage. FRIEV knows he needs to go.
And looking for that left side underhook, he's trying to create disruption to RUBAEV's position. Gets back caught in that front headlock position on kind of a half shot there. And like you said, Sean, we just really haven't seen a commitment of FRIEV into his attacks to close the distance and take it down. He's gonna need to, 10 seconds left. He's gonna really need to pull something out here.
FRIEV gets to a leg, gets his two, but it's going to be a little too late. And how about Moldova with Georgy RUBAEV, who was not even on their original list that they submitted to UWW. They had Ivanin Izizli, who was listed originally as
final. Waiting for the coaches to get set. They're in their boxes, they're seated, and we're underway at 86 kilos.
Now RUBAEV going straight away with that left-hand underhook, trying to drive it in. He's already done it 3 times in the first 25 seconds. Again, gets to that single leg, but Ramazanov a little bit too quick, too slick. Takes the 2 points on that defense there.
So Ramazanov with that early 2-0 lead as we come back up to our feet. And when I think of Ramazanov, I think back to earlier this year in January when let's talk about this 5-day stretch that he had in terms of Ramazanov. First, he was wrestling in the German Bundesliga finals, ended up winning that match, then flew to Bulgaria and wrestled at the Bulgarian National Championships, where he won the national title at 86 kilos, earning his spot for the European Championships, Olympic qualifiers, and here at the World Olympic qualifiers. Then flew to Zagreb, where he won the ranking series gold medal. So 3 golds in 5 days for Ramazanov.
Yeah, he really did go on a tear up, didn't he? Just one of those guys, you call him and he'll be there. German Bundesliga calls him, he turns up, rocks up, gets the win. Bulgaria give him a call, not an issue, turns up, beats everybody.
When you look at the landscape of 86 kilos, qualified nations are the United States, Iran, Kazakhstan, San Marino, Uzbekistan, Puerto Rico, Canada, Australia, Algeria, individual neutral athletes, Azerbaijan, Japan, and Mongolia. As
Nice.
Ramazanov with a takedown and a turn, extending his lead 6-0.
Well, a little bit of a slide by as RUBAEV was pushing in a little bit too much, took that momentum through, and as he was falling, already had that grip around the waist. And when Ramazanov gets that grip around that waist, especially with those arms, he manages to turn so easy, makes it look effortlessly. Turns him for that 2, gets the exposure, 6-0. With 4 minutes 10 left on the clock, so still a lot of time to go.
And a quick break for RUBAEV. And this is one of those where you just have to regroup. Find something that's hurting, call out the doctors. Looks like it's the left eye of RUBAEV. Quick pit stop to get the mat cleaned as well over to the right of RUBAEV. So 4 minutes on that blood time. Hard to believe that we're nearing the end. This will be the final full day of these Paris Olympic qualification events. When you think about the last 3 years, it has absolutely flown by. But as I mentioned, here in Istanbul, we are crowning. Today, at least, we will hand out 2 tickets in freestyle, and then the final tickets will be given out tomorrow night. But the way you qualify, which is much different, the World Championships, we gave out 5 tickets. Then we came to the Continental Championships, where it was 2 per continent, and we reached here. So if you reach the final, so semifinal winners earn their berth. And if you win that true bronze medal, and your nation is heading to the Paris Olympic Games. Just a tight gut wrench.
Well, there was a little bit of a misdirection when he was stood up. He kind of feinted right and then shifted him left and just got a beautiful slide by and then already had his hands locked. So it was rather RUBAEV goes down and tries and fights the turn, or he stays stood up and then gets thrown for those 4 points. So,
and I'm not sure, but the left eye, it looked like they were cleaning the lower left eye. So are they going to tape one of his eyes shut?
going for the mummy vibes right now.
The head wrap. The best social posts, the best photos come from these guys, yeah. With the head wraps. Who do you think of when you see these head wraps? Who's the first wrestler that comes to mind?
It's got to be JB, right?
JB.
Jordan Burroughs, it's got to be. If he doesn't get a cut in the tournament, he's doing something wrong. It's one of those.
That was the answer I was looking for, and that's the same person I was thinking of as well.
JB without a head strap is like going on the mat without wrestling shoes. It's just not, it's not possible.
So RUBAEV gets that left eye taped. Down 6-0 is a takedown early in the first period. An additional takedown and turn is how Magomed Ramazanov of Bulgaria reached his 6-0 lead. You mentioned it, still a lot of time left. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in period number 1. Still have the mop guy over. We'll call him the mop man. Referee saying, get off the mat. We don't need the side of the mat cleaned. Whistle in the mouth, and we're back to action here at 86 kilos. Coming up next, we'll stay at 86 kilos in the 1/8 finals from Germany. Lars Schäffele taking on Ahmed Magomedov out of the Kingdom of North Macedonia. That'll be about 439. But before we get to that, we stay with 438. Ramazanov. Grounded.
Grounded, but RUBAEV did almost make a step out, so not given. Ramazanov, so difficult to wrestle. I mean, for this weight category, he is quite short in stature, so he's very compact. Low center of gravity, hard to knock him off balance, hard to open him up.
And let me ask you this, George. In terms of the grounding rules, right? When we come up with these new rules, you're always going to find a way to game the system. That's just how things work in every sport. And we're getting to the point now where a lot of these wrestlers have learned that if you get into the danger zone and you go down, you give your opponent the front headlock, and you get those grounding calls. Are you a fan of keeping the grounding rules as they are, or do you have any suggestions on how to improve them?
I think the grounding rule's okay, but I think as a referee, if you can see that somebody's blatantly doing this and doing it on purpose because he knows he's on the zone and he's dropping to his knees to slide out, I think that should be penalized with a point and be classed as the step out anyway. Okay, if you're in action and then somebody shoots in on the leg and you do a good sprawl and you're completely flattened out and he drives you and you slide off the mat, okay, you're a grounded opponent, you can't do really much in that position. It's your job to defend, it's his job to attack, both doing the roles correctly, so there's no point. But if you're just being pushed in like a standing position and you know if I take a step out, I'm gonna give a point, and you just go boom and drop on your knees, then you should be penalized for a point at least.
So Ramazanov doesn't pick up that 7th point, but he does have the 6-0 lead after the opening 3-minute frame. We head back to action here at 86 kilos.
You mentioned to see 86 kilos, representing Brazil, Pedro Gonçalves da Silva, his opponent. Italy, representing Italy, Adam Caneva.
If you look at Ramazanov, he's always trying to get the left or right hand on the back of that neck, always going for inside tie, not opting for outside. As soon as the opponent tries and brings his hands back through, he's always letting go, setting himself again. Again with that right hand on the inside. Nah, he's stuck under attempt there.
That was sweet. Little misdirection change. Start the head on the left side of the body, come back to the right. But yeah, he is working both sides of the body, starting with that right hand. And as soon as RUBAEV adjusts to that right hand, he goes left hand. High-level shot attempt for Ramazanov, and I don't understand why more guys don't go with that high-level shot. You don't have to touch, it doesn't have to be a knee touch to take a shot every attempt, and beautiful shuck by.
Nice throw by, just had that headlock there, realized he couldn't go to the right side, throws him to the left instead, catches the back, almost had that trapped arm gut as well straight from it, so, but 8-0, Ramazanov looking extremely comfortable, as if he's having a little bit of fun out there on the mat today.
RUBAEV again looks deflated as they bring out the doctors again to take care of that left eye.
I mean, RUBAEV needs to get moving now. There's only 54 seconds left of bleeding time, so if that time runs out, that will be it. 40 seconds left on bleeding time. They're going to start again. That left eye all bandaged up from RUBAEV.
.112 left and we're back to action. Ramazanov working deep on that underhook with his left arm. Now goes double under, switches sides, just as we've been saying, doing a great job working both sides of the body. And an ill-advised shot attempt coming from RUBAEV. Ramazanov picks up that 10th point of the match. He moves into the 86-kilo quarterfinals. So we will see Bulgaria wrestling later tonight for a spot in the semifinals. Coming up next, it's Germany and the Kingdom of North Macedonia.
Underway. Bump up to 97 kilos. Greece with KYRIAKIDIS. Lefter for Moldova in the blue.
KYRIAKIDIS' teammate Maria Prabrilaki will wrestle for a final spot for the Paris Olympic Games later in the true bronze medal matches on the repechage side here today. He finds himself in a challenging position. No points awarded yet, but continuing from Lefter. Great job attacking that far knee. We're still adjusting here. No points yet.
Pretty good exchange to start this match. 1 minute in. Greece and Moldova.
So because we've seen no points scored yet, there is a verbal warning for KYRIAKIDIS, sorry, from Greece. He shoots in on that right side. You've got the fireman's carry dump here. Confirmed 2 on that takedown. And because of the potential danger position for the shoulder, the action is called up.
Caution was given to Lefter as well, Erik, on that last exchange. Caution him 1, so now a 3-0 lead for KYRIAKIDIS.
So there was a call because of that intentional danger position that was created by Lefter. They're going to return back in parterre position and give KYRIAKIDIS back that opportunity to score on top.
See what option he wants to go with, taking his time deciding, and Lefter not having to do much there as KYRIAKIDIS goes back up to the feet. Caution on the board though against Lefter, and a 3-0 lead, 4:15 in this overall match, minute 13 in this opening period.
Wrestling can be such a dangerous sport with limbs and joints being pulled at angles that do not seem humanly possible. And a big front headlock throw by Lefter here. Gets the 4 points put on the board for that exposure from feet to back. He's going again for the turn. Gets another 2-point exposure here from that same position. And KYRIAKIDIS tries to recover and wrestle out of it. Finds himself down 6-3 from this action right here that we're seeing on the screen. And a big turn of events here with that action by Lefter.
Lefter can certainly score some points. He put up 12 in his 2 matches in the European Championships and the Olympic Games qualifier, both of those events. And he has 6 now on the board thanks to that late barrage, and another step out point added on. So even though he had that early caution, that seems to have woke him up a little bit. A 7-3 advantage for the wrestler from Moldova. That is going to wrap up period number 1. First part of the period belonged to Greece. KYRIAKIDIS, however, the final 45 seconds belonging to Radu Lefter, and KYRIAKIDIS into the corner to try to rediscover what he had going early on. You know, as you take a look at this arena, we both had a chance to go down below where all the athletes are. It's interesting, they have the television set up. A lot of these athletes, to stay loose, will be watching the matches happening. The coaches, they have a few chairs set aside. And you have other athletes just off by themselves, sitting. Everybody has their own individual routine, and that's what it is, the routine that they are comfortable with. And over 500 plus routines here in Istanbul between the three styles of wrestling this week.
Exactly. Now is definitely not the time to reinvent the wheel. You always want to stick with what's been working for you, or use the last couple of years to fine-tune what's been working for you. And then now is really Olympic years, really time to execute on what's working. And here we have KYRIAKIDIS attempting in on the leg shot. You know, you talk about routine. Before my final match at the Olympic Games at Rio 2016, I had a very, very keyed in routine that I did at all of my finals leading to that match. And we get to the final Olympic Games, and apparently my coaches were like, does Erica need to warm up? What does Erica need to do? And my training partner was like, guys, she's got this. She doesn't do an additional warm up with me. We're gonna stick to the routine. And I did, and I executed it flawlessly.
Worked well. Don't overthink the process, right?
No. Never change a good thing, you know?
Were you much of an interactor with other athletes and coaches in between matches?
No, not during competition day. Obviously, I have so many friends in the sport and such respect for all my competitors. And I actually remember making eye contact with Guzal Manurova in the weigh-in line, and us kind of nodding out of respect. And she was the woman I eventually competed in that final against, and just so much shared respect for her. And shared respect here from these two competitors. We have Lefter finishing out that match successfully, coming away with a win against his Greek competitor, KYRIAKIDIS. I almost feel like there's just so much pressure and weight on the shoulders of these athletes here.
From Hungary, Vladisa, Byungmin. In blue, from previous round of China, Habina. The winner of Maxim, from Hungary. Next contest of Maxim, freestyle 125.
His opponent will be from Germany and Erik, THIELE, the 27-year-old. Having one of his best individual performances, THIELE has represented Germany in 4 senior world championships, has never medaled, but here he is in the semifinal round of the world qualifier. Well, German comes out in the red, the blue of Moldova, and Radu, Lefter.
Germany's in a rebuilding phase for their national team. They had 3 medalists, 2 in Greco, 1 in women's freestyle from Tokyo. They secured another Paris ticket in women's freestyle yesterday, but have no tickets for the men's freestyle. So all hopes of the German nation here with Erik THIELE.
It just takes one, as we discussed earlier in the week. If you can get one through, and you talk about the rebuild and show the success, have some success at the Olympic Games. Aline Bakken is a perfect example of that for Germany, the way she won her gold medal, and then all of a sudden you see 2-3 women pop up on that radar because of what she's done, and you have that tradition built, all of a sudden momentum and things start churning for a country.
That's correct, and Eileen is doing such a great job as a continued role model for women's wrestling in Germany, working for the federation, here this weekend in Istanbul, cheering on the team.
Yeah, I heard she was here. I haven't ran into her yet, but the rumor around that she was down on the mat floor, not competing.
A change of pace here from Erik THIELE. Gets in, drives out of bounds. Lefter gets the 1 point and off of the activity period. And an attempt at a throw gets called up. Trying to capitalize on that forward pressure that we saw from Lefter. Lefter here is doing a great job of really getting his head right into the chest of Erik THIELE, but Erik is doing a great job responding with that pressure, dropping down again, driving out of bounds, getting an additional point here.
2 step-out points in the opening 2 minutes and a 2-0 lead over Lefter of Moldova.
Lefter here trying to climb his way into this under-over position against Erik THIELE. And early on in the match, we did say THIELE, asked the referees if that head pressure by Lefter. Finally, we get the warning there.
Lefter steering those double unders, and he just runs out of time. By the time he got that second one in there, he just didn't have enough clock to work anything. So a couple of step-out points through the first period and a 2-0 lead for Germany's Erik THIELE.
Getting that word of advice from his coach. Deep in thought, really visualizing what he's looking to do in this upcoming period. And Erik THIELE in a place where he's potentially never been before. Semi-final match here at a major competition. in the lead. And this is the beauty of sport. It's like, how will he respond in this moment? Back into this under oval position that Lefter wants to be in. He's looking to continue to build up Erik Thiele, looking maybe for a big throw from here. And in these positions, can step right and left to disrupt the position. Erik Thiele, great job circling away from that pressure, comes back to the center.
I think you're going to see an activity clock put up on the German here pretty soon.
Here's a lost opportunity, redirects. Yes, Lefter gets him into the zone and attacks again. Great poise and composure here by Erik, keeping that pressure on Lefter in the zone, building his lead.
That's a really good job by Thiele after Lefter kind of initiated the first couple of tie-ups there. I thought the official might be keying in on Thiele, so what's he do? He responds with another step out. So terrific job from Erik Thiele right now. Lefter has no answer thus far. Inside 2 minutes to wrestle. This qualifying round at 97 kilos, the second largest weight class in men's freestyle.
And sometimes wrestling can be so simple, you know, keep yourself in good body position, put yourself in an opportunity to stay in this match, and that is exactly what Thiele is doing. He's staying in good body position, circling in at all times, engaging with Lefter, not giving up any openings and not giving up on himself. Redirects here from Lefter. He's going to pick up the pace a little bit in this last minute and 20 seconds of this match. Down by 3. You can see him kind of stand straight up with that frustration and potentially fatigue. Not a good look for Lefter.
Yeah, he just stood there, not even moving, just trying to take as much oxygen in as he could for this final 60 seconds. Very slow, deliberate getting up once he temporarily goes down quickly to the mat. Not a lot of pop in the step right now if you're Moldova. A couple of wrestlers who have had a good day. Lefter, who wrestled his first senior European championship in 21. He's had a tough year this year, missing out in the European Olympic qualifiers, placing 5th and 10th at the Continental Championship. Here he's in on the leg for the first time. Has the left leg of Thiele.
He's just doing such a great job of keeping that pressure on. He's got his right leg up, driving his weight back into Lefter. Lefter really needs to pull back, get that leg up, but he just is unable to finish. And just look at the frustration on his face.
Just did not have the blood going to commit and really finish on that leg shot. Just out of gas. One wrestler screams of joy, the other bellows of frustration as they both let out their emotions after the 6-minute match, both lying flat on their back. Erik Thiele, Germany, heading to Paris. Those are two exhausted guys right there.
Two exhausted guys. It's like mirror images of each other on the mat, but just exact opposite emotions. It looks like Lefter was dealing with an injury through that match.